was at Guildhall, Simon Purcell had this, I think it's a Woody Shaw quote, when it comes to practicing, you've got to imitate, assimilate, innovate. Initially, you're thinking about the language and literally transcribing it onto your instrument. So if you're approaching a new genre, that might be the case. You're playing rhythms that you're not familiar with, or a sound that's not necessarily you're comfortable with. But it's worth pushing yourself, constantly imitating. It's something we need to do throughout our musical careers. The assimilation stage, that comes in the practice room and on gigs. That's merely sort of consolidating the information so that it becomes usable, So you're approaching a new genre, but you're not going about it in a half-assed fashion. You've actually spent some time consolidating the language, so it feels comfortable in your playing. And then the last stage is really innovation. That's projecting something of yourself into the music. I used to have lessons with a guy called Ralph Peterson, and he showed me an approach. I think it's coming out of a guy called Alan Dawson, his approach to rudiments. But what was interesting to me was how they used them in a practical way, and they became musical. They weren't just merely exercises. So I'll show you what he showed me. You could do this for all the rudiments, but I'm going to take a rudiment called Swiss Army triplet. It's like a displaced double stroke roll, really. It's a flam rudiment. So the right hand's doing that, and the left hand's going. So you're doing doubles. So in its raw state, you think, well, it's just an exercise, which it is, and it has sort of limited value, really. But let me show you how you can expand it in a musical way. There's kind of three main steps. First thing is to change instrumentation. So it's, Phase two is you can play the rudiment. You treat your right foot as if it's your right hand, and your right or left hand as the other hand. So. So you're literally playing, it's the same rudiment. Again, do the instrumentation thing. There's a third way, in that you can use different groupings of that rudiment. So you can break it up a bit. You can play the rudiment once and interject a bass drum. It's a group of four. Group of five, you might play the rudiment once with 2. Play the rudiment twice with 1 kick. You've got a group of 7. So yeah, so you've got those permutations. Say that's the imitation stage, if you like. The assimilation stage is, you've got to then make music out of it. So you could have fun and construct a solo just from that one rudiment. By the way, you can do it for all of the rudiments.